Hello my dear students. Now we are going to discuss in session 3 the problems created by growing population. Okay. In our last session, that was session 2, we have discussed about the factors which are quite responsible for the growth rate of population. Now in this session we will discuss about the problems which are quite created due to growth rate of population or by growing population. Is it clear? So we will discuss in the point wise. Again, I just want that all of you take out your notebook and all whatever point I will write here, all you just note it down in a very serial way. Is it clear? Then it will be much more easy for you to make the notes also. And at the same time, if you will feel some kind of any kind of problems, then we can discuss all that things in our doubt clearance session. And if you need some kind of particular notes, particular points which you are quite not unable to understand, then we will all discuss in that our doubt clearance session. Is it clear? So first of all, point number 1, the problems which are quite created by growing population were, first point is what? Lower per capita income. That lowers per capita income. Now what is per capita income? This is the very important point. So first of all, you should know what is per capita income. Per capita income means what you know, the total income of individual in a particular country within a particular year. Is it clear? This is known as what? Per capita income. So there is a quite difference between national income and per capita income. National income means what? The national income, the total income of a country within a particular year is known as what? National income. And what is per capita income? The income, the total income of the every individual of a particular country residing in a particular country. If we take time limit is what? 1 year. Within 1 year, the individual growing income rate is known as what? Per capita income. That means what? Every individual's income, when we will calculate within a particular country, we will add in a year, then it is known as what? Per capita income of a country. And what is national income? That is what? Total income of a country within a particular year. That will be both, national income, that will be both import plus export. Now what is import? When we will sell our local, what is export? When we will sell our local products to some foreign countries, then this is known as what? Process of export. And what is import? When we will buy some products from the outer country, this is known as what? Import. Now we will check that import and export both, then we can measure the national income of a country within a particular year. Is it clear now? So you see here in this, according to the text, perhaps the most important consequence of the high population in any country is that it lowers down the per capita income of people. Yes, it is one of the very important cause. So per capita income determines the standard of living of the people. Less availability of money affects the quality of life and retards social and economic progress of individuals. Yes. So if the per capita income of an individual will low down, obviously it will affect in our standard of living. Now, what is the result? What is the relationship of this per capita income with this growing population? You see, suppose if we take one example now, suppose we are residing in Jorhat, isn't it? So the that the population will grow more and more in Jorhat, isn't it? So the service sector, the job sectors will also that the people will occupy in that particular sector. Again, for the business, for the service sector also, everybody will occupy the same side. Then obviously what will happen? We will face that kinds of problem, because if every side the people will be filled up, then what we will do? How we will earn money, isn't it? Because this is a world of high, that competition. Now we are facing competition in every sector, in not only in the education sector but also in the service sector, in the business sector. Overall, there is lots of competition. You know all these things, isn't it? Because we are living in now in such a state that that such a modern, such a 21st century, if you can say that, full of competitiveness. Is it clear? So, as a result, what happen, if the people will grow more, then their earning sources will be less. When their earning source will be less, obviously they couldn't earn money. If they couldn't earn money, obviously their per capita will go down. Yes, because if the per capita means what? The total earning source, when the total net income of an individual within a country in a year. This is known as what? Per capita income. Is it clear? So this is what one of the main important problems which can be created by growing population. When the population will grow, then people don't find any alternative source to earn livelihood. As a result, it will lower down the per capita income. If the per capita income will lowers down, then obviously the national income of a country it will affect. Because you see, I think you have heard about revenues, taxes, isn't it? Now, in each and every sector we have to give tax. Now, income tax, all you know about income tax, the financial year which it, you know that it used to start from 1st April to the next year 31st March. This is known as the fiscal year or the financial year, where we calculate the transactions, the income, the deficit, the balance, the surplus or the deficit, we all used to calculate at that financial year. That means the profit and loss of that particular year within a particular country. Suppose India's fiscal year or the financial year is what? It starts from 1st of April and it ends to the next year 31st March. That's why I think all you have seen in the television, in the advertisement also that before the 31st March you have to clear all the income tax. Is it clear? So government used to collect that revenues directly and indirectly from the people. And you see, if our income will increase, obviously we can give more and more revenues, more and more tax to the government. As a result, then the government will get all that that taxes from us, from the individual, from the citizens of the country. So ultimately, what happened? The economy of the country will rise. Now we are facing that sort of situation due to this crisis. Now we are facing both the social, economic, political crisis. Why? Because due to this pandemic situation. So we all the I think you have heard in the news also that lots of people they have lost their jobs. Now service sectors, they can't do the business properly. We can't open our business also. We can't open any kind of shops, anything, isn't it? So one day is quite related to another. There is a linkage chain. One is quite dependable with another. There is an intermediate chain within all of us. Is it clear? So what happened? So these are some kind of very important points, and due to the increase of population, there will be limited source of income. As a result, our per capita income will hamper. As a result, our national income and the total economy of the government, economy of the country will hamper. So this is one of the important points, important problems which are created by high growth rate of population. Okay. So next point is what? Point number 2, effects in agriculture. Effects in agriculture. So don't be confused between effect and effect. Okay. Most of you, the students, you still there are lots of confusion you used to face between effect and effects. So this is what? Effects is a noun term. Effect means what? Effect is when there will be effect. Some kind, you can say that it can affect us. This is some kind of noun term, and these are what effects. These are the results, consequences of this. No effects in agriculture. What are the effects we see in agriculture? So effects in agriculture, such as one of the major consequences of the high population is that it affects agriculture negatively. Certainly, it will affect in the agriculture in a very negative way. It increases the pressure on land and thereby lowers the per capita availability of land. It causes fragmentation of land holdings and has also been responsible for the low agricultural productivity in most of the developing and underdeveloped countries of the world. So, which countries suffer a lot of problem due to high growth of population? Developing and underdeveloped countries, but not the developed ones, because in developed countries we don't find that problem of high growth rate of population, because they always think that there should be limited population. They have to control their population in such a way that the growth rate of population couldn't hamper to their individual life, to their standard of life, at the same time to the economy of that particular country. Is it clear? Okay. Now, effects in agriculture means what? Such as, again I will give you one example. Now, if you have a land holding, yes, suppose 1 hectare or 2 hectare like that, isn't it? So, if suppose in your nearby areas the population will increase in such a way that you will feel that threatening, then what happened to our next generation? Yes, there will be no land for cultivation purpose also, for any kind of domestic purpose also, for the rearing of poultry, rearing of any kind of that farming also. We don't even find that there will be what? Scarcity of land. Is it clear? So scarcity of land, we will have very small land holdings for agriculture purpose. I think all you have noticed also in your nearby areas, there you will find very less amount of, very small amount of bare land. Bare land is khali, open land, isn't it? Bare land. Maximum all the bare lands are quite filled up with the people. Either they will build houses or any kind of construction purpose or any kind of other infrastructure activities are going on that particular land. So as a result, we will have very small land for the agriculture of our cultivation purpose. And if we don't, do the cultivation, then what will happen? Lowering down of our food grains, isn't it? That means we will suffer a lot of problems regarding the availability of our food grains, because we know India is a developing country. We are still in a developing stage, and agriculture is the backbone of the Indian economy. Is it clear? If we don't attain that a very well sound position in agriculture, then obviously entire economy of our country will hamper a lot. So this is what effects in agriculture. So next is what? Number 3, causes of unemployment. Yes, causes of unemployment. More population means what? More population means causes of unemployment. Yes. So again I am saying the same things as I have told you in the summarized form only, that if the population will increase in such a stage, then what will happen? We will face lots of difficulties. So we can't find jobs in the service sector, though we have some kind of very good degrees. Then what will happen in by our next generation? They will increase more marks, and they will again occupy that all positions, all the ranks in that service sectors, and we don't have the ample scope. We can't find that ample scopes in the business sectors also. So to open any kind of shops or to open any kind of industries like that. So this is also one of the main factors of our population. What are the main causes for the problems created by growing population? Problems of employment. Okay. Sorry, problems of unemployment. I am not written here. Problems of unemployment. Yes. So these are one of the very important causes. So next is what? Hinders overall economic growth. Number 4 point. Hinders means obstruct. It creates some kind of barrier. Hinders overall economic growth. Yes. Hinders overall economic growth. High growth rate of population also hinders overall economic growth. If it will impact per capita income, agriculture, if it will impact in the employment sector, that means it will cause high unemployment, unemployment. Obviously it will impact, it will create a barrier, it will hinder, it will obstruct in economic growth of a particular country. Is it clear? Next is what? Causes of food shortage, number 5 point. So let me write, it is a bit much over here. So I will write here that point number 5 causes food shortage. Causes food shortage. Yes. More population means what? Scarcity of food, scarcity in land, everywhere, isn't it? So if we don't have that land for agriculture purpose, because what will happen, if the population will it grows high and higher, they will settle there, they will build their houses, or they will build and some other kind of construction, they will do some kind of other construction in that agricultural field. Ultimately what happen, that low rate of productivity. Low rate of productivity means what? Food shortage. So this also that causes of food shortage. Is it clear now, all of you? So next point we will see social uninterest. Yes. Now what Assam quite faced this kind of things, causes social uninterest. Already Assam, the people of Assam, they face this situation. Causes are social unrest. Yes. So one of the primary reasons for migration of people to urban centers from the rural areas is due to high population. The overcrowding of people to the cities causes a lot of social problems, leading to communal crash and social unrest. Yes. It causes communal clash, results into social unrest. Yes. Communal clash. So already we have noticed all these things. A very good example, it was the beginning of 2020. That was related to that CAA, or now it has been, because what CAA, because it has been now Citizen Amendment Act. When a bill will pass in the parliament, then it becomes an act, and it is quite proclaimed in all over the country. But is it clear? Okay. So you see this, due to that car cap, all you have seen all that that hot news in the all our surroundings, that there was a big unrest and clashes among the communities. Why? Because only the Indians and the Assam and the people and the indigenous people of Assam, they are quite offended to the migration of the Bangladeshis to India. Is it clear? So this result into that what? This is a very good example of communal clash and social unrest. Is it clear now? Okay. So these are what some of the very important points of the problems created by growing of populations. So these are quite very important things. So now we will stop this session at this point. Next in session 4 we will discuss about the regional variation of population in entire the world, how the